I swear to God, dude. Like being on this program with Best Boy and with Dingleberry over here on the Trump administration, that's you, Piers. You've reached your final form.
Dingleberry?
Just
Okay, y'all. Francesca Fiorentini of the Pituation Room and Destiny and a couple of right-wing D-bags went on another lunatic D-bag show, Piers Morgan, and things just got crazy immediately. So I did one other video on this. I got to show you a little bit more of him. Francesca Fiorentini lays down some sick burns. I have trouble keeping my yap shut because it's so triggering for me, but you got to hear some of this stuff. Let's take a listen.
What, do we just lie here? Is this just a show where we just tell lies?
Well, Joe Biden lies?
Where's the part where Joe Biden directed the DOJ to do anything? Where is that?
Well, you think the entire weaponization of the American justice system against Trump in the last year, Biden had no involvement whatsoever?
Do you have proof of that?
I don't need proof of it. It's obvious.
I don't.
Okay, so hold on. So it's so obvious. Wait. So to be clear, it's so obvious that this DOJ is being politicized and used by Joe Biden, the same DOJ that went after his son?
Yes.
The same DOJ that appointed a special prosecutor for when Biden had classified documents? What are we even talking? Do we even know how the government works in this country? What are we talking about right now?
All right, let me bring.
They gave him a sweetheart deal. Wait, Piers, we got to go back to the fact that the only reason why he was actually prosecuted was because he was given such a ridiculous sweetheart deal that a judge actually stood up and said, "This is abuse of power. I'm not going to accept it," from Biden's Department of Justice, saying this is something I've never seen before. It is unprecedented. No, I'm not going to allow a deal for Hunter Biden that is this sweet. No, I'm stopping it. And he stood up to the Department of Justice under Joe Biden, who basically said, we can do whatever the hell we want. We can sell out as much as we want to the worst actors in the world, including Russian oligarchs who are best friends with Vladimir Putin that gave.
He's talking about the Bidens, right? He's talking about the Bidens here being cozy with Russian oligarchs.
Millions of dollars to the Biden crime family, and then funneled it through shell companies with 150 plus suspicious activity reports that were reported from American banks.
Convicted of? Ben.
I'm not talking about Roger Stone. I'm talking about the President of the United States of America weaponizing the DOJ.
Okay, let's not all talk over each other. Don't talk over each other. Let me ask Francesca. Francesca, be honest with yourself, though. When you heard that Biden had done this, didn't your heart sink?
Why do you keep talking about my heart? I
care about your heart. I'm all heart myself.
Again, I'm thinking about Christmas cards here. No, but Ben keeps talking about Russian oligarchs. Do we know why Roger Stone and Paul Manafort
Hang on, can you answer my question, please?
Convicted
Hang on, no, sorry, look, I want to take this back the old-fashioned way. We have a panel. I'm the moderator. I ask the questions. Right, now, hang on. Francesca, why are you ducking my question? Just be honest.
I'm sorry. What are you saying? What's in my heart? My heart is he did it to troll all y'all.
I said, did your heart sink when you heard he'd done it? Because you knew in that moment all the high moral ground the left have had all year with Trump, it disappears.
Absolutely not.
Really?
And if you agree, no, that's my answer, Piers.
Even when he lied repeatedly that he wouldn't do it? Even when Karine Jean-Pierre repeatedly lied that he wouldn't do it?
No.
Even when she dismissively, arrogantly... Put back the Fox News guys and Pete Ducey, dismiss them. How dare you keep asking me this?
Care about law and order.
No, you see, but here's my problem, Francesca. Here's my problem.
But why are you interrupting me, Piers? You're just you ask me a question, I say no, then you have a problem with my answer. Let me explain why no, instead of keep interrupting me. Okay. The reason is that Hunter Biden has never done anything to me, right? Meanwhile, Steve Bannon defrauded the American people while fundraising for Ben, is it PJs or is it holiday sweaters? You tell me. Paul Manafort lied.
Your fantasy card.
Paul Manafort lied to the FBI. Paul Manafort lied to the FBI. Roger Stone also lied to the FBI about being a back channel.
I'm talking about Joe Biden.
Between Piers Morgan, let me finish.
Answer my question, or I'll move on.
She won't answer the question, Piers. She doesn't know how to.
She answered the question. The answer is no, dude. She said it 70 times.
Can both
all
of you
can do is talk about Roger Stone and Bannon. I don't care about them.
I swear to God, dude. Like being on this program with Best Boy and with Dingleberry over here on the Trump administration, that's you, Piers. You've reached your final form.
Dingleberry?
As just one of the little dingleberries in Trump's diaper. You're right there. And it's so sad for you, Piers, because now that Trump won re-election, he's definitely never going to do your program. And that sucks so hard. Like, doesn't that make you so sad?
You know what makes me laugh about people like you, Francesca? Is that
you're not even going to get invited to Mar-a-Lago.
Francesca, actually, I was yesterday. It doesn't matter. And I will get an interview with Trump, probably at the White House. And when I do, I'll invite you. Sure. You can come and meet him.
No, thanks, my guy.
No, you want to do that? Let me bring in Ryan.
Come on, man. That is just delicious. I almost want to go back and play it again, but we'll listen to a little bit more of this baloney.
Yeah. Look.
Ryan.
Yeah, It seems to me.
Doesn't even know his name.
The Democrats, liberals generally, have gone into a weird kind of collective anaphylactic shock, which has now been massively exacerbated by what Biden's done. Because the truth is they cannot handle the fact that this guy they spent all year calling a fascist, a Nazi, the new Hitler, the biggest bigot in the world, blah, 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 has won literally across the board everything. It's set them all slightly nuts. And people like me who basically are in the middle, I'm a kind of centrist, slightly liberal.
Right. Piers Morgan, the centrist, slightly liberal dingleberry
guy, right? I'm not a Trump dingleberry. I've just warned the liberals for years this was going to happen. And now it's happened. They want to blame me. And I'm like, I did try and tell you.
Right. I mean, if you look at the Trump victory overall, there's a wide range of why he lost, from woke culture to racism, misogyny. I mean, it runs the gamut. But what's really interesting about this pardon is what Biden is saying in the pardon versus what Democrats who are supporting Biden and protecting Biden or making excuses for him are two entirely different things. Biden is saying that what Trump has said for years is true, that there is politicization inside the Justice Department. And that is a damning account, because politicization of the Justice Department was completely a partisan issue. Democrats for 4 years said it wasn't happening. Republicans said it was happening. And here's a Democratic president saying, no, it happened, but it happened against my son. I think that the scope, I don't listen, if he would have said, I love my son, it's my only surviving child from my first marriage, I honestly don't know many Americans who would disagree with him. I would feel sympathy for it, but that's not what he said. And the scope and the length into which he has given this pardon, 11 years for everything. It is a full pardon for anything. It draws the question, what else was he doing? There was $24 million from foreign countries, including adversaries, through 20 shell companies. There's probably more. There was the issues of Hunter receiving millions of dollars in free legal services, in representation. There were probably appointments. And where does it end?
Okay, Destiny, here's the problem. Not a problem.
I'm just curious. Because I don't know all the time. Do the people who cover politics, are these like actual news people? Like, what is the background here on this show?
What's your point?
When you have people talking about, like, the Democrats have never said.
Just go look at his laptop. He gave you all the info. Hunter's laptop tells you the story. You don't have to be a journalist to read the story.
Where are the charges?
Where are the charges, Ben?
I mean,
Ben, where are the charges?
Big.
They've been investigating Hunter Biden for 4 years. Where are the charges? I thought we were going to get impeachment charges from Jim Jordan. Where are the charges for Hunter Biden?
It's a great question. I can answer that because I actually read it.
The scope into which they looked into Hunter Biden was very narrow.
The DOJ made sure that the statute of limitations on the worst crimes that dealt with the tax issues were outside the statute of limitations. So if you go talk to a lawyer, they'll explain what that means to you. But the DOJ
I don't need to talk to the lawyer. I've read the documents. Thank you. I'm not
you asked the question. You asked the question. You said, where are the journalists?
You just made things that sounded like FARA violations. You're telling me the FARA violations of him illegally accepting foreign money, of him taking bribes and having money go. The statute of limitations is what?
Don't talk over each other, please.
Don't talk over each other, says the human dingleberry who does nothing but. I mean, this goes on and on. I'm really, if you want to see this, Google Biden is a scumbag and Hunter pardon and Piers Morgan if you want to see this whole thing. I'm not a third of the way through it. And it's just this scream fest of two liberals who can't stand the airbags on this show shouting over them, being reduced to shouting over them. I do think that, Destiny makes some valid points, and Francesca lays in some sick burns. I want to get a tattoo that says Dingleberry, Piers Morgan, or something to that effect. That's so spot on the money. I want to know what you think in the comments. There's just not a lot here. I mean, basically, Hunter Biden's pardon. Sure, is the presidential pardon power even necessary anymore? Is it kind of gross to pardon your son? Absolutely, but for me, the Trump people, clutching their pearls and screaming about injustice from the left is literal insanity. It's literally insane. And it's another example of sane washing, and it's another example of accusing your opponent of the crime that you are in the process of committing. Let me know what you think in the comments.